So, yeah, everybody, would you please give it up for Jimmy V, my lovely guest for this afternoon. So, you really have built an incredible career, bringing some amazing characters to life over sci-fi and fantasy. Did you always know acting was what you wanted to do?
No. Class myself as an idiot. I was more motorbikes, cars, things like that, stunts, and that's how I actually got into it. We were looking for someone to double for small people and children for different films, and my mates convinced me, go along, just see what happens. And I walked in, and this director comes out, Ron Howard, he's talking about me as if he knew me, and I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, you know. And the guy comes out of the room, shows my name, and he looks, and he's going, what do you mean? So all this guy's doing, he's going to be auditioning for the stunt double for this. He said, I thought that's Warwick Davis. He went, no, that's Jimmy V. And he's Ron Howard just turned around and says, give him the job. He looks exactly like him, what we need, give him the job. And that was it, they just flew me back home, and like 3 weeks later I got the job of being a stunt double. So I started off as a stunt guy, covering for them. Children, the little girl, I don't know if you've seen Loch Ness Monster film with Ted Danson. The little girl played that, I had to double for her, where she gets thrown into the water and all that, the monster. So I was her stunt double as well. And I just carried on from stunts. Went from stunts to playing a creature for a Toyota advert. It was in Toyota, this is going back ages ago, the Toyota Camry came out, and it was like, there's no safer place than a Toyota. So we were all put in costumes as crazy monsters in the woods, and we had to beat this car up. All the people sat in it, and it basically goes to the end, there's no safer place than a Toyota. But on our scene, we had all sorts of giants, black guys, sin guys, everything dressed up, so we're all barring this car. Bear in mind, this was a brand new car, so we're trying to hit it, we get it, and they're going, no, just pat it. So the guys are looking, and he says, Jimmy, when you come running up the back, jump up and land on the roof. So I'm looking, I'm going, how do we do that? He said, we've got a board that you can run up and then dive on the roof. So I runs up, and bear in mind, I've got this big animatronic head on, big fangs. I run up the board, and I caught the back of my foot caught the back of the car, you know, the rain pan. Caught that, and I fell forward, and these teeth went straight through the roof. So there am I, stuck with these teeth in the roof of this car, battering the car, and they're going, keep going, going, hey, cut, and I'm going, The guys come up, pulled the head off, the teeth stayed in the car, and I'm like, what the hell? I said, well, you tell me. But that was it, yeah.
What do you prefer doing? Do you prefer doing like all the stunts, or do you prefer like acting, like kind of traditional acting?
Well, at the start I loved that. That was my thing. But since then, I seem to be going up a ladder, and I now play myself in those films. I've done The Witcher, Rocket Man, the Elton John movie. I play myself in that. Play myself in The Witcher. A new Netflix series that'll be out later in the year, The Gentleman, series 2. I play myself in that. So I don't know where I'm now, you know what I mean? I used to love being a teacher and playing stunts. Now that I'm becoming myself, it's kind of harder to try and be yourself, if you know what I mean. I'm used to, oh, you're like teacher, you can do it, you can play it. But when it says be yourself, I'm like, you don't really know me, do you? And he's going, yeah, we do. And when I done Rocket Man, that was the best one. I done Rocket Man 1, and Dexter Fletcher came up and he says, Jimmy, he said, we know who you are, we know what way you talk, be yourself, be your own accent, don't change nothing, just be yourself. You've got the lines, I mean, the lines were there, he said, but don't do the lines, do it your way. And I'm going, but you know me, I'm prone to slip up and swear at times. He said, that's what you want. He says, bear in mind, Rocket Man movie was about way back in the 80s, when anything could be done instead. He says, so just be yourself. And I'm like, okay, I'll give you one that you can make yourself. So there am I, coming up, Ellen comes in, I come down, playing the junkie, giving him all the shit and telling him things and going this. And all I heard was, fantastic, that is it, great. I thought, okay, so you keep that for the keeper. And I'm thinking, Ellen's going to come in and go, no way are you going to say that. But he came in and that's it, great, magic. So basically, it's along the lines in the 80s when you started out. That's the kind of thing that would be done and said. So I done that. The gentleman went on the gentleman and this is, just be yourself. I'm like, what? Be yourself. I'm like, okay. So I got the role, played the scene out, and they're like, great. And then there's a scene in it where a guy comes in with a gun, and they're going, stare at that, that's like that toy there. She says, keep your eye on that. And the camera will come towards you, just do the actions of the scene, and you film it. So I'm looking at it and going, this is the right way, watching this gun. So as the camera came in, I looked straight up and straight into the camera. And I gave the, whatever I was doing, and I'd done it all. And the AD, he comes up and goes, might just try that again because you were watching the camera rather than the gun. All we heard was a voice from the guy to the back, no, that is it, that's what we want, leave it there. And I'm like, oh no, fair enough.
You have worked on some of like the biggest franchises known. Most probably a cheeky question for me to ask, but which has been your favourite one to be a part of?
I would say top in the bill at the minute would be Doctor Who. Who, Annika for that, Viola Road, marriage, love affair. You can't beat that. I mean, that was really one of the best. Right. David, Peter Capaldi and Matt Smith were all Scottish. So when we got together, all the Scottish accents came out. So we could be sitting here having a chat and everybody was sitting there going, what are they talking about? Because we were like, aye, you remember when we did this and that? And they're going, are they the same? Yeah, I have to be the best at the minute, yeah.
Amazing. You played multiple roles in Doctor Who. Which would you say has been your favourite one to play so far?
I think Planet Cafarata, we just talked about, the Grass was really good because he was another guy. He never said much, but he had a lot of action and straight into it. So a toss up between Planet Cafarata and the Grass.
Amazing. And obviously, I was about to say, obviously, you've had a lot of like prosthetics and creature work and things from Doctor Who, but you've also done that with Harry Potter as well. What was that like stepping into like a franchise like Harry Potter?
Again, the kit was amazing. The only problem, the very first Harry Potter, when prosthetic masks were made with silicone, when they were starting out, they were silicone masks, so they were basically heavy, but trying to glue them, had to like triple the glue so it could hold the silicone itself. So we spent about 4 hours getting made up into that. But the only good thing about it is I've still got the face and the hands, because when we finished up, the way the heads just ripped off, the guy that I was working with, I had worked with him on other things, and he says, I'll take this off softly if you want to keep it. I went, yeah, sure. He gave me the face mask plus the hands, so I've still got them. Yeah.
That's sick. Have you kept anything else from any of the other sets that you've been on?
All the Doctor Who masks. I've got Barnaca for that, the Grass, the drawers, the front part of the box. I don't think I got another one. Sarah Jane, with the gargoyle's face from Sarah Jane as well. So that and Harry Potter ears was
Are they all on display?
no, they're just in a box. I'm actually going to bring them to one of the Comic Cons sometime and just put them out for sale. If anybody wants them, they can buy them and see them. Because they're no good to me, and and the family don't want nothing. So I thought, well, okay, I can go.
I feel like, I guess when it is something like, to you that's just work, isn't it? So you're like, oh well, yeah, but like my house is full of different, mainly horror, but all different masks of everything. So I'm sure there'll be loads of collectors that will bite your hand off definitely with that. Um, how long were you in makeup for Harry Potter?
Harry Potter one, I was about 3.5, maybe 4 hours to get the face on. The longest one was Doctor Who. You know the mocks, the blue mocks? That was 6.5 hours. We used to go in at 3 o'clock in the morning till what, 7, 8 for the guys to do it. And if I had a late night the night before, I used to just go in, sit in the chair, lay back that and go to sleep. And these guys would just start doing whatever they wanted. But there was some strange pictures I got told that I've never seen. Because I'm live slaving and these things in my mouth. They were taking pictures, so I still can't get the guy to show me them. He said, no, we can't show you that. But I dread to think some of the things that I've done.
What surprised you most about the scale of the production of Harry Potter? Because obviously it's one of probably the biggest productions to date for the UK.
We done, what was that, 5 years, the first years? 1, 2, 5. You see these on Netflix now. The worst thing about it is, I got a phone call, one place it's never been put out yet. I signed the contract to do that. And then 3 days after I signed the contract, I found out his contract. So I've still got 7 year or 8 year left on a contract. I can be called up any.
Oh, that is interesting. I'd be like, oh God. I feel like, to be fair, that you do sign things, or I will sign things and then never really look at it. I think I'm signed into 5 years with Glow Up, and I'm like, it was 2 months of filming. I was like, why is it 5 years? So, I don't know. But you never really realise how long.
She was the same. She phoned up, I want you to play this character. I said, right, fair enough. They're the contract. So, of course, like you say, I just take it, signed it, send it back. And then she phones up and she goes, you do know you've signed 10 years? I'm like, what? I says, I'll not be around in 10 years, I'll be dead in 10 years. She's going, we've signed it anyway, so that's how it goes.
What character do you think people recognise you the most for? Like, what is it when you're at cons that people come up and speak to you the most about?
Recognise me the most. I don't know how, but after you know me there. But 9 times out of 10 you'll find it's Banna Cafalata from Doctor Who. That's all you ever you seem to get. You know, oh I remember, oh no, Banna Cafalata, I remember when you played that, you know. And it just seems to be Banna Cafalata as a role. There is a few bits now with The Witcher and Rocket Man, as you say, because I play myself. They're going, oh, wait a minute, I thought that was your voice, but wasn't sure. And then we'll have to go back and watch it again. So basically, any of these three, it's just one of these things.
What was it like to get the call to say you got the role for R2-D2? Because that would be insane in my mind to get to work on Star Wars.
Well, I was actually on playing the furry creature from Mars Bar and one of the gold droids. And what happened was, Kenny Hunt came in watching it. He was unfit, and JJ was coming in, I think on the Wednesday. So on the Tuesday, the guy says to me, when we finished up, can you come in a bit early tomorrow, jump in that costume, show JJ certain moves and things. He sees how it's going. So I went in the morning, and it's not the actual D2, it's a wooden copy with a glass dome that they could see everything. So they put me in it. JJ comes in and takes his phone out, and I'm getting it photos, getting it photos and things like that. He films it, and we finished up. He's like, that's great, that's great. So I went back, got into the costume for the Mars Bar, filmed that, and when I finished up, I go, right, we'll see you tomorrow. Fair enough, good. Went in the morning, and the guy says to me, go in, put your costume on, shoot that scene, and then come back to the caravan. I'm like, right. I thought, oh, that's me finished. I'm done. Anyhow, done the Masbar scene, came back. He says, right, you're now R2D2. And I'm like, what? He says, you're R2D2. That is it. From now on, you come in and you go in that. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, okay. That's it. That's how it went.
I mean, at least it was an easier thing than being put in like the prosthetics and like costumes and stuff. Oh, is it not?
You imagine sitting in a wheelie bin, right? Go in the wheelie bin, you don't see nothing, you don't hear nothing, you got an earpiece in your ear to the director and put it in the sunshine in the summer, right? For 40 minutes, 50 minutes. You sit there and this guy sits in your ear and you can hear everything that's going on for the director, but nothing in the scene, whatever. You just get somebody come up, pick you up, right, you're at this bit here, right, okay. They like it down, I'm sitting there. And I, can you move to the left? So I'm giving it that. Can you move forward? You're giving it that. And then, right, that's fine, sit there. And you're left until they shoot the rest of the scene. And then a guy will run in, take the head off, like you get a 5-minute breather, put the head back on, stick you somewhere else, and you just sit there until the guy goes, can you move to the left? Can you move to the right? Can you do? And that's it.
Yeah, no, that does not sound as fun as I'd most probably think. I was just thinking at least you don't have like the big mask on, 'cause when you get a nose on and stuff, you can't breathe and you have to get plugs up there just to deal with it. Have you had any memorable convention experiences? Like, has anyone ever bought you something like really funny, or anyone ever surprised you with anything that they've like recreated one of your characters with?
Yeah, I mean, I've got 2 or 3 really nice paintings. I mean, I've had artists come up, they've painted something, that's for you, you know what I mean? And these pictures are maybe, what, 14, 15 weekends, things like that. Young guys started out, sketched them, but I've got one, the young guy sketched it just with a pencil, and it's ginormous, really good the way he's done it. And they just say that's for you, you know what I mean? They give you them, things like that. Little R2D2s and all that sort of things. Kids will come on, my mum says I have to do that, and you're like, oh, thank you.
That is really sweet. It always makes me so happy when I see like the little kids seeing like the characters or like the sets, and they get so excited 'cause it's like that's the world. I was going to open up to any questions if anyone has anything that they want to ask. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Let me get up. There we go.
Just purely, what was the Sarah Jane adventure like when you were working with Matt Smith and Katie Manning as well?
Let me just run back over there.
Sarah Jane was actually a great thing to be on. I mean, I was on Doctor Who at the time, and I had done so many weeks with Doctor Who, and I thought I was going wrong. And I got the agent phone me, says, just stay in the hotel, you're booked in for another 3 months. I'm like, why? We've finished the scene. No, just going on to Sarah Jane. So I went on to Sarah Jane, and again, it was the grass, then it was the gross. So playing that along Sarah was really fun, you know what I mean? She was a good laugh, she'd carry on me and whatever. The caravan, the young girl who was playing stunt double for the child actor, one of the stunt girls, I went back to one night and they had done my caravan up, just getting married and all that, all slabbered over the caravan. I'm like, what's this? It was the stunt girl, they were taking the piss out of her, saying, you're going to marry Jimmy. They decorated this caravan, the guys were like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, don't ask me. Yeah, it was really fun.
Amazing. Has anyone else got any questions at all? No? I would love to ask, have you got a character that you would love to revisit? Anything that you've played before?
I don't know if Mum said or what. There's talk of Doctor Who coming back, so I would love to get back at Doctor Who. But I won't be this year. I won't be this year, but next year there's talk of it coming back. We're going to see doctors that are thinking about it, but I would love to be back as something like that, yeah.
I do think it needs to come back. It would be absolutely amazing. I think there was nothing better than, like, just watching the episodes, obviously, every week. I also remember the Christmas episodes, like the Christmas Day ones. There was nothing better than watching it every Christmas Day. And I was always arguing with my dad about what time, because he wanted to watch something else, and I was like, no, I have to watch this. The Doctor Who game? No. There was a game. I'm such a game nerd, I didn't even know this. TV game? Does anyone else remember that?
Yeah, it was about 2006, 2005. It was David Tennant's first episode. Long time
You know what?
ago.
This is what I'm going to be looking up when I get home. You know, I'm very probably not sleeping, but you know. Now you've made me lost.
It's on the
train of
season
thought.
2 DVD set of David Tennant.
I'm so confused. You've literally broken my mind.
Oh well, that concludes today's.
Yeah, this has completely broken my whole role. I know. I'm like, how do I not know this exists? It's alright, you just won't ask me back. They will. I'll be at Manchester doing the cosplay bit. They'll just be stuck doing that. Have you got a favourite costume that you've ever worn out of everything you've ever worked on?
My favourite one would have to be Baby Slitheen. The costume in that was absolutely brilliant. Don't get me wrong, it was heavy, we sweated like hell, but it's probably one of the best costumes that was ever.
Amazing. And we will most probably have to end it if no one has any questions. No? Because we will have to get ready for the cosplay competition that will be at 2:45. But thank you so much for chatting with me. It was absolutely amazing. You've now given me homework to go and find this game that you were in. So there's me for the next 3 days trying to find this game from 2006. It'll be fine, isn't it?
I don't think so anymore. It's based on Flash, so it doesn't work anymore.
You need to find this for me. You've got till like, what time are we open till 4? Is that it?
Yeah, it's on the
Hang on.
It's not available anymore. It discontinued a few years ago. It was used in Flash, so it discontinued media format.
Right, I'm gonna have to. It'll be on YouTube.
It's on the
Everything's
season.
YouTube.
It's on the season 2
Everything's on
DVD
YouTube.
set. It's on David Tennant's DVD set. The
I don't
season
even,
2.
the only DVDs I still have is Twilight, because I will never bin Robert Pattinson. Like, that is a cheat. But thank you so much for joining me today. And we really hope that we get to see you on Doctor Who soon. And you'll have to give us a heads up when it's coming out. So can everyone give a round of applause for Jimmy Lee, please? Thank you.